We've got a very special guest on our live CES 2018 coverage, and I am so excited. Cora is joining us. She's a celebrity chef. She's got a new line of products, and welcome.
Thank you, Michael. Welcome. I mean, this is what happens. I cause a blackout when I'm cooking. What happens when you have an Iron Chef come to CES?
So what you do is you stick in the air fryer, and then all of a sudden...
And then, like you said, woo, that's what happens.
Well, are my fries ready yet? I mean, at least
they
can
will
I have
be.
the fries? All right.
Exactly.
So, yeah, what was the Iron Chef experience like? I was going to ask you about that. I was going to save it for the end, but let's start with that.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I started Iron Chef. I was one of the originals. In 2005, we started Iron Chef America. And and we went for 12, 13, 15 seasons. We're still doing Iron Chef Gauntlet. But, you know, it's really like a Olympics for cooking. It is a 1 hour, fastest hour of your life cooking competition that really was, you know, epic.
Is there a way to train for that for you? Because I would imagine, you said it's like the Olympics. In the Olympics, they train.
Right.
But in cooking, it's hard, I would think, to train. You just have to have experience. But other than that, it might be hard to train. You could maybe practice.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, you can train. I mean, like for me, I just stay in great shape. You know, I'm all about health and wellness. That's why, you know, I've partnered with Gourmia. We share the same philosophy, but we'll get to that in a minute. But, you know, it's really about staying in great shape because you are running around a kitchen for trying to create 25 dishes for 4 different judges and in an hour. And it's 60 minutes. It's real time. They don't stop and start. And, you know, I think you can train by, you know, practicing your chopping skills, practicing, you know, being fast at what you're doing. I mean, you have the expertise. I know what I'm doing when I'm cooking. I know how to take an eggplant and do 20 different things with it, but it's really about practicing.
Is there mental prep that goes into it too, knowing that, okay, well, at least my knives are here, the pots are there, the pans are there, the dishes are here. I mean, at least if you know that stuff, instead of going, oh, I need that pot, where is it? You know it's right here.
Yeah, no, you have to be mentally prepared. I would mentally prepare all day and really literally just get my head straight so I can get in the zone. And you do have to really get in there and set your kitchen up. You have to know where your knives are. It is in a certain place every single time. This pot's in a certain place. My salt and pepper's lined up here. I mean, my olive oil. So it really is getting your station set the way you mentally want to see it every single time, and you have your envision so you can grab what you want. You're not going to put your knife one day come in on an Iron Chef competition. You've always had it for the right, your knife on the right for 10 years and you change it to the left. That's never going to happen. And you do get in this weird superstition. You know, I had a running streak where I had like 6 wins in a row. So I ate the same breakfast. I put on the same socks. I put my shoes on the same way. I put my coat on the same way. So you do it messes with your head a little bit.
Did you do anything like, I know a lot of athletes, especially today, put on headphones and listen to music and get focused. Do you do that kind of thing?
Yeah, I did that a lot during the day when I was getting focused. I'd go for a great run in New York. I would definitely put my headphones on, get some really great pumped up music on, and just get ready to walk in and do it. So
very cool. So now you've got this new line you're showing off at CES with Gourmia.
Yes.
Let me ask you about the air fryer. I think that the air fryer, to me, was the hottest item at the holidays this season. It was flying off the shelves. I got to ask you something. It seemed like there are different versions of it.
Right.
But in my mind, in some cases, they were pitching it as an all-in-one kitchen, you know, oven, this, that, the other thing. It seemed a lot like Ron Popeil's kitchen rotisserie from the 1980s and 90s.
Right.
Is that far-fetched?
I don't think it is in certain things. I think it's really what's happened with digital, and the reason why I embrace, you know, I've only always embraced my own products, and I really got my arms around Gourmia because we have the same philosophies about health and innovation, and really taking the home cook to, you know, elevate their game to being a home chef. And I think with the air fryer, this one in particular really does a lot of just with what it is. It's a smaller version. It's air. It's really air frying. You've got a digital system here. You can do 10 or different settings on it, and it really works amazingly.
All right, so walk me through because I'm very curious. So I open the tray here, and I can put French fries in there.
Fries. You could put fried zucchini. You could put a chicken breast in there.
Okay,
you could
so
pretty
let
much
me ask
anything.
You, walk me through the whole process. I don't know. Let's say I'm really a novice at this. I could slice a potato and put it in there.
You could slice some potatoes, put those in there. You don't need oil. You don't have to add oil, and you also has a non-stick aspect for that same reason, so you don't have to add any oil to it. You put it right in, okay, right here, and then this has a digital feature, so you can push. It's got 10 or so different feature. So it could be chicken, it could be French fries, it could be a piece of meat, what have you. You push that, you push power, you push that button, and it does the cooking for you.
Now, what about like chicken? If you want it to be fried, do you have to bread it first? So you'd have to like get some kind of base, whether it's milk or egg or whatever.
Exactly.
And then you'd have to bread it and put it in there. But French fries don't need anything. You just slice a potato, throw it in there.
Correct. They don't need anything. Something you want breaded, like I'm doing fried avocado downstairs, fried zucchini.
How do you do fried avocado?
Oh, it's awesome. You just dip it the same way. You cut a firm avocado, you dip it in the flour, then the egg, and then the panko, the breadcrumb, and you put it right in. Again, no oil. It gives you sets the temperature for you with one push of a button, sets the time for you, same one, and then it'll alert you when it's done.
I love fried food.
Yes.
It is not healthy, but is this a healthy alternative to fried food?
The healthiest alternative to fried food is using, especially the way Gourmia has actually added innovation, but simplistic innovation. This is what I'm here to demo as well, so people aren't scared of innovation and they're not scared of technology. It doesn't have to be scary. They've really made it super easy and simple. I mean, my kids can come in here. They come in here and push the buttons and, hey, Mom, let's put some French fries in, or let's put some, something, a fried chicken in, or whatever, and they push the buttons for us. So It's like, that's that easy, that you can cook whole meals with, something as simple as a small air fryer. And we do have larger versions where you can cook more things, like a whole chicken, or you can do a couple of pieces of fish with some vegetables, things like that.
And it cooks very quickly.
Very quick. It cooks in a half or a quarter of the time you would normally cook. I did a chicken dish, my mom's cinnamon stew chicken, which took her hours to make, and I did it in 13 minutes.
13 minutes?
13 minutes with a pressure cooker downstairs.
Wow.
The technology, smart touch pressure cooker.
That's pretty impressive. So
yep.
What's the technology behind here? Is this infrared heat? Is it, what kind of heating element
is it? Infrared heat in that, and it has
moves a lot of air.
And it moves a lot of air, and
okay.
that really is what gives the crispness to it. It moves a lot of air like a convection with the infrared heat. And then you have things like, we have the pressure cooker, we have, this is a sous vide actually.
Yeah, I was going to ask
This is so easy. When I was actually coming up in this industry in 2008, when I started,
how'd you get into cooking?
As well. With my family. I'm Greek Orthodox, Greek American from Mississippi. So I had Southern cooking and Greek cooking, and I grew up with a Mediterranean diet, and my family was in restaurants, and so it was in my DNA. Yeah, I loved it.
Okay, so when you got into it in 2008.
Yeah, sous vide machines were giant. I mean, they were huge. There was like 3 gallons of water. You couldn't lift them and take them anywhere, really. I mean, it was like, this has now changed what Gourmia has done. We created the sous vide wand, and you put it on the side of a pot of water, circulates, you turn it on again. It's two buttons. You turn power on here, and you can adjust your heat here. So sous vide is about 150 to 160, something like that for fish, meat, chicken. And you put it on the side of the pot, it circulates, it gets up to temperature, it'll alarm you when it's at 150 or 155, and then it starts circulating for your amount of time that you need for that particular meat, fish, vegetables, what have you.
So this would be a good way to cook meat.
Great way to cook. It cooks it really gently. You take it out, it's like butter. You cook a filet or a New York in there, you take it out, you sear it 1 minute on each side, it's done, because it cooks it from the inside out.
Now, you mentioned you eat very healthy. There are a lot of people who eat vegan these days. What about using either of these products with some alternative meat products, something maybe from Beyond Meat or Impossible Meat or tempeh or seitan?
Yeah, well, I have my restaurant, I have a craft burger place, one of my 10 restaurants. I have a craft burger place in Santa Barbara we do the best vegan patty you'll ever have. And we cook that in here, and it just cooks it nice and crisp on the outside, nice and tender on the inside. And I mean, yeah, you can cook meat alternatives. You can absolutely cook pretty much anything that is definitely, you can lift it in, you can lift it out, put it in, it cooks it, nice crispness on the inside, nice tenderness on in the middle. So
that's Mesa Burger.
That's Mesa Burger. And actually, I want to say a quick one, Michael, if you don't mind. I want to say, sending prayers out to all of my friends and families in Santa Barbara, Montecito, who are going through the mudslides. They just had to endure the fires. We're open. Mesa Burger's open to the whole community. We're trying to heal the community, give them free meals, come by, get a free meal, trying to feed the community, come rest for a little while. So
that's
really
that's
important.
wonderful, and it is very important. Our friends at Think Tank Photo, we use all their camera bags all the time, and Kurt Rogers, the founder of the company, with his wife Deanne, is a wonderful friend, and they've been on the show many times, and many of the people at Think Tank and their families lost homes in the fires, and of course now have to endure the mudslides. So absolutely, it's a great point. We should always be thinking about all those people and reminding them to endure and to carry on, and that it will get better. And it's day by day. You got to build back up, and it takes time. But let's do it.
We'll heal the community, and we're trying to be a part of that with Mesa Burger.
Managed Patience is in the Slack chat, or the Twitch chat, sorry, and she just ate her dinner there in France. I know that because she's Managed Patience is in France, and wants to know about homemade pizza. Can you cook a pizza? Not this one, but a bigger one.
A bigger one, absolutely. In our 2500, the one that cooks like a rotisserie chicken and fish and vegetables and also fries, and you can even bake cakes in them. Absolutely, you can definitely do a pizza inside of one of those really easily. I believe there's a setting for pizza. Definitely.
How many restaurants do you have?
10 restaurants, 300 pop-ups with Aramark, and
oh my God!
I have a restaurant, an international restaurant in Singapore as well. So
how do you keep track of all this?
I have amazing operators. We're on top of it. My fiance Nicole and I, who's also the CEO of our company, we are on a plane all the time, traveling everywhere.
I imagine quality control is really important for you, so
Huge.
You've got to go to all these places.
The most important, and so that's why we're on planes, we're visiting these locations, we're talking daily. We just got off a team meeting with 150 of our team that's all over the world. And
what advice would you give to young aspiring chefs that want to eventually kind of emulate what you've done? I mean, because you didn't start here, you started obviously in the beginning, but it doesn't seem like that when we're looking at you today. So what advice would you give to them?
I think really it's about figure out, really reflect on what are your goals. What are your goals? What do you want to set out to do? For some people like myself who came from Mississippi, who really, it was just working class. Restaurants were working class when I went to school. I had to go to New York. I left so I could get out of and go to New York and really follow my dreams, and went to culinary school and the Culinary Institute of America.
Did you always dream of having so many restaurants and kiosks and all this stuff, or did you say, I just want to have a restaurant? Or did you know that there was a bigger vision down the road?
I honestly, when I went to culinary school, I really just wanted to have a great restaurant, and I thought maybe I'll do a cookbook. And obviously, that's I've gone way beyond my goals. But I think you do start like that. I think, don't look at your culinary career as I want to be on television. Don't go from 0 to 60. Take it step by step. Set some realistic goals. This is what I would tell all the aspiring chefs out there. Go to culinary school if you feel like it, or go knock on the door of a really amazing chef like myself and come work for me.
That's a good idea, and that's some pretty awesome advice. Now, I mean, do you use this in real life? I don't mean at home. I know that you use it at home, but I mean, would you, and maybe not this model, because obviously when you work in a kitchen that's a commercial grade kitchen, you have to use commercial appliances, but would you use an air fryer at locations in a real restaurant?
Absolutely. I mean, one of my goals for when we expand Mesa Burger is I really want to do air fried fries for people who want a lower fat. It was one of the ideas I had for the first one, and really now that they've gotten so innovative, especially the Gourmia products, I mean, they have been doing amazing things. I would definitely do that, because I really want, that's something that's really been a dream of mine, is to give people, when they come to a burger joint, my burger joint, to give them an option of deep fried fries, or you want, air fried, something healthier.
Well, this is phenomenal. I'm really excited about it. I have to get one of these and check it out and let our audience know what I think. And I know that they're already clamoring for it, and we got a lot of people in Twitch chat already clamoring for it. Do you remember the Ron Popeil things?
I do remember.
Do you remember what the line was?
I was.
Did you ever try using one? Did you try and make a chicken in one?
I did not. My parents would never buy one.
I wanted one so badly. I would beg my mother for one, and I never got one. I wanted to see what it would be like. It seemed so appealing, and it wasn't. Do you remember the line?
I do remember the line. I remember all the commercials.
What was the line?
Oh, you mean his line?
Yeah.
No, you tell me the line.
Set it and forget it.
Oh, I love that.
And it's kind of a cliche for this, because this is so simple. Yeah. Obviously, a much different class of product and all that. Not comparing it in that way, but you can really, like you said, it's so easy. You just put it in, and then you set it, and forget it. I mean,
you set it and forget it, because
yeah.
it does tell you. You can hear it. We have a 2-story house. You can hear it from upstairs.
Wow.
The bell goes off.
This
The
is really
alert.
cool.
And we also connected to Hey Google too with a lot of our appliances as well. We're really connecting with. We have a coffee maker that we can call down. Hey, coffee maker, make me a. Hey Google, make me a strong cup of coffee this morning. It turns our coffee maker on. Yeah.
I need to get one of those.
Gourmia
Can you work with Alexa too in the future?
I don't know about that. We're really really with Google right now.
I'm gonna have to get a Google speaker just for that. I'll have to get. I'll be like, hello Google, make me a cup of coffee. Can it do the toaster too? Can we do a toaster?
We're working on that.
Because I'd like to. So Doc Brown, you remember Back to the Future?
Yeah.
I'm a big Back to the Future fan. You had he would wake up with the ball would roll down the thing, and then it kicked the shoe, and the shoe would kick something, and then something would happen, and then flip over, and then the toaster would go. I just want to be. I want the toast to be ready when I get up, but I don't want to have to do that whole contraption, and I don't want to have to take up space in my place.
I hear you. I'm having Gourmia work on Hey Google, prep my food for me.
Oh, I love it.
prep dinner for me.
Kat, you're the best. You're making it the Jetsons.
Thank you so
You're making
much.
the Jetsons come true.
You
are the best. This is a lot of great stuff. Check it out. It's the Gourmia air fryer and the
sous vide. We have pressure cookers. We got coffee makers, tea makers. We have everything. So
just check it out. And Kat, you are partnered with them. You do great stuff. Check out her restaurants as well. Mesa Burger, Wicked Eats. The list goes on and on. You're going to find them everywhere.
Kitchen. Yes, definitely.
You're
Thank
awesome.
you, Michael.
Enjoy the rest of CES. Have you had fun so far?
Had a blast. Thank you.
Thank you for being on. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with a whole lot more live from CES 2018 right after this. Your live continuing coverage. Stay with us. We've got a very special guest on our live CES 2018 coverage, and I am so excited. Cora is joining us. She's a celebrity chef. She's got a new line of products, and welcome.
Thank you, Michael. Welcome. I mean, this is what happens. I cause a blackout when I'm cooking. What happens when you have an Iron Chef come to CES?
So what you do is you stick in the air fryer, and then all of a sudden...
And then, like you said... Ooh, that's what happens.
Well, are my fries ready yet? I mean, at least
they
will
have
be. The fries?
Right. Exactly.
So, yeah, what was the Iron Chef experience like? I was going to ask you about that. I was going to save it for the end, but let's start with that.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I started Iron Chef. I was one of the originals. In 2005, we started Iron Chef America. And and we went for 12, 13, 15 seasons. We're still doing Iron Chef Gauntlet. But, it's really... like a Olympics for cooking. It is a 1 hour, fastest hour of your life cooking competition that really was, epic.
Is there a way to train for that for you? Because I would imagine you said it's like the Olympics. In the Olympics, they train.
Right.
But in cooking, it's hard. I would think to train, you just have to have experience. But other than that, it might be hard to train. You could maybe practice.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You can train. I mean, like for me, I just stay in great shape. I'm all about health and wellness. That's why, I've partnered with Gourmia. We share the